And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Jason Taylor. Timeout call for the Thunder.
.116 left in the third quarter. Outside, Porzingis with the drive. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And he has really great coordination to go along with the body control. Porzingis able to convert some tough baskets.
Celtics trailed by 3. .44 seconds left to play here in the third. Out to White. And it's all evened up. White's got 5 points so far.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Here's Holmgren. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 2. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Screen by Porzingis. Here's Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For Boston, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics lead by 2.
The Celtics, 35.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Oklahoma City trailing. And Boston with the rebound. It's White on the wing. Pass to Brown. Porzingis with the ball. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
First team foul.
Oklahoma City on D. Screen by Porzingis. 3-pointer. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
For 3, Williams.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Out to Porzingis. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And check out Porzingis being sly with the pump fake there. Pulling his man in close.
Porzingis taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Thunder trailing by 4. Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Now Caruso. Over in the corner, Dort. Here's Caruso. And Dort gets it to go.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Out to Porzingis. Good. Nothing but net. Porzingis has got 11 in the second half.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Count that one for Dort.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
Out to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. And stolen by Caruso. Down low. Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
At the line for your opponent's.
He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
No, ñoño, yo no soy un ladrón. Esa me salió ahí. Vaina, lo intenté, dije, coño, espérate.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Over Holmgren. Porzingis can't hit.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Williams a screen. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the drive. And he banks in the layup.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to one. It's tipped. Taken away by Williams. 50 seconds left in the game. Here's Holmgren. And Boston with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's Boston.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Holmgren in the corner. Pass to Williams. Holmgren the screen. Now Dort. Caruso with the ball. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Right side Tatum. It falls!
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires from 18. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So now for Greg Anthony. It's the Celtics from Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Porzingis can't hit. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Holmgren the screen. Stolen by Holiday. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop down low at 7-3. Porzingis over the top.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here is Holiday. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort wide open. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Dort stepping in just a little bit and gets to the mid-range and shows some confidence there.
Inside, here's Brown. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Outside Williams. To the left wing. Here's Holmgren. Just 5 on the clock. The rebound by the Celtics.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Tatum looking around. Out to Porzingis. Brown outside. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And that one drops for him.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
We've got 1:28 left in the first. Here's Tatum. He takes it in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
He hits the second from the line.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Tatum, following the score by Oklahoma City. Pass to Porzingis. And Holmgren pulls it down. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Williams' shot is off. Celtics trailed by 7. It's White on the wing. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Dort. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
And Dort's defense igniting the break that time. Good anticipation as to where the ball was going.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Now Tatum. It's White on the wing. Holiday, no one around him. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Oklahoma City out in front, up 10. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Pass to Dort. Offensive rebound. Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Tatum with it. The screen from Brown. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Using his teammates, Tatum creates just enough daylight to get off a shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Porzingis with the block. Brown with it. Williams picks him up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Williams.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
Count it.
And how about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Now here's Tatum. After the miss from Chet Holmgren. Up top, Tatum. He has 5. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Screen by Porzingis. Pass to White. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Holmgren with the steal.
You can stay active on defense. Good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands help alter what would have been a sure 2 there.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's Tatum. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 7. To the paint. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Now here's Tatum. Down low. Here's Porzingis. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
All of that happening because Porzingis moved well off the screen to find the space.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Hits it from 3-point range. Brown's got 5.
That's a smart pass. Get it to Brown and just let Jalen cook.
Right side, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one doesn't go. White with the defensive effort. And here is Tatum. 5 points in the game. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
That'll do it for the first half. Thunder lead by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Carlson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 3-pointer. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Celtics trailed by 8. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now Brown. Outside Holiday. Pass to White. The screen from Brown. White with it. Now defended by Wiggins.
Lou Dort, one of the better defensive players in the NBA.
Outside Tatum. Nice defense from Dort.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Those kind of dunks get your team going, and Luguentz Dort applying the pressure.
Pass to Tatum. Holiday looking for an opening. Outside Tatum. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Holiday. Picked by Horford. Out to the wing. No one near him. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Horford's got his first 2 points. The Thunder leading by 8. Pass to Carlson. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Horford with the rebound. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The kick out to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Wallace.
Number 22, Casey Wallace.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Carlson. Sinks the three-pointer. Carlson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Pass to Dort. Here's Carlson. In Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Now here is Holiday. Softly drops in the floater. Holiday's got 5.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
To the wing on the left. A wide open look here for Caruso. His three-pointer's off the mark. Celtics trail by 11. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tatum. Got a hand on it. Wiggins right side. To the middle. Here's Carlson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Carlson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time Dort playing unselfishly.
Out to White for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. He has 5.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Out to the right wing. Here's Carlson. 7 points in the game. On the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside White. To the paint. Here's Horford. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Wallace with the ball. Hasn't made one yet. On the wing, Wallace. Over Horford. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break
The Celtics, 26.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Pritchard. Lets it go from deep. Thunder with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Williams with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And the Thunder lead by 13. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group in for the Celtics. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Oh, the long strides of Holmgren on display. This is why you can't give him the lane.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Pass to Porzingis. 4 on the clock. Here's Tatum. And Holmgren pulls it down. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
No good on the quick 3. Celtics trailed by 15. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Lets it go with a 3. Another shot. Up against it inside. Tatum fights through. Hatchets his way to the rack.
And that's simply Tatum making the hustle play, wanting it more than the opposition.
Stolen by Tatum. Brown deciding where to go with it. Outside Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Name a move. Tatum's got it. A high IQ offensive player.
At the line for the Celtics.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Tatum nails them both. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Out left to the wing. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Williams, that's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now here's Brown. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, no need to settle for a layup with Porzingis inside at that size. That's an easy jam.
Here's Holmgren. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on White. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Now here's Tatum. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Oklahoma City.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Williams.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Tatum. After the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Holiday with it. Dort covering. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
.23 left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Thunder lead by 16.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Baker.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Pass to Towns. Here he goes. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Anunoby. Back to Towns. Outside Achua. Towns on a screen. Just 5 to shoot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so Dinwiddie will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 4-point game. To the inside. Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
Here's Christie. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Creating separation using the bounce. That's a skill that AD's developed over the years.
Back to Achua. Pass to Brunson. Achua with a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens. Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Davis a screen. The 3 from Thompson. Drills it from deep.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Here's Brunson. Down low. Towns. And again, unable to change momentum here. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Here's Towns. Rebound, Anthony Davis. The Mavericks lead by 8. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Now here's Brunson. Outside Achua. Back to Brunson. Clock at 6. Kicks it out Towns. From the arc. Towns can't get that one to fall. Here's Dallas now. Davis down low. He's got 5. And the layup is good off the glass. Davis has got 7 points.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And Brunson gets it to go.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Thompson outside. Pass to Davis. Washington outside. Knocks it down from distance. 5 points in the game.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Towns for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
You know, looking at Towns, you really don't expect that kind of range. You better think again, though.
To the middle. And Davis slams it home.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Towns on a screen. The shot won't fall. Excellent D there from Davis. To the paint. Washington. Off with the layup. Three-pointer, Bridges. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 11. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Offensive rebound. Davis misses.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Towns on a screen. Pass to Brunson. Towns outside. And an Obi for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Back to Brunson. Achua with a screen. Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Achua. Here's Towns. Davis with a rebound. And so Dinwiddie will bring it up for the Mavs. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Towns on a screen. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Bridges on the attack. And it's blocked by Davis.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
Inside. And stolen by Bridges. With the teardrop. Anunoby can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 13. To the middle. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Wow, Davis on fire right now. Doing just about anything he wants on offense.
Here's Brunson. Brunson inside with the finish. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano a mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Anunoby with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Timeout, timeout. 7-footer Towns using his size to perfection down low.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Making a switch here. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Christie. And stolen by Brunson. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You have to be in awe of Bridges' athleticism. Gifted at leaking out and executing.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. To the paint. Towns, that's good. Towns has got 9 points.
I'd keep going to Towns inside. I mean, it's not complicated. He got awesome touch. Plus, he's 6'11" and almost 300 lb.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Dinwiddie with it. No points so far. Over Brunson. Not enough on that one as it misses. And here's New York now. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Towns on a screen. To the wing, right side. Pass to Bridges. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Number 3, Josh Hart.
51 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Gafford. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the shot goes. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
Downs. And Gafford with the block.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Christie. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Man, good whistle there. Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's perfect from the line this time.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Anunoby for three. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Dallas closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Oh, stolen by Anunoby.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. And Gafford with the block. Here's Hardy. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hardy's got his first basket.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Right with the ball. Martin picks him up. Right on the right side. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And he makes both free throws. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Right up top. Out to the right wing. Back to Towns. Nice D from Gafford.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Outside Anunoby. Towns on a screen. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Outside Achua. 6 to shoot. Towns outside. Tries to break his ice. Basket counts. Towns has got 11.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Pass to Gafford. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Right on the left side. Anunoby with it. He's guarded by Exum.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And here's Wright to the inside. They get it back. Out to Bridges. Towns on a screen. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's foul number 2 for him. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. He shoots. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Mavericks lead by 15. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Anunoby. Towns outside. The ball's knocked loose. Just 4 to shoot. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And Anunoby gets it to go.
The assist. Karl-Anthony Towns.
Dallas leading by 13. "51 seconds left to play in the third. Now the Knicks with it. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And slipping inside and then going for a strong finish, Bridges stuns the defense.
Down low. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal
It's going to be on Karl-Anthony Towns. It's his first trip to the line.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
And he's good on the second. Knicks trail by 12. Right outside. Inside. Stolen by Gafford. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Excellent attacking.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Knicks trail by 14. Up top, Bridges. Pass to Achua. And here's Wright. 6 on the shot clock. Davis on the double team. Here's Anunoby. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Christie. And he dunks it down.
Nice read by Thompson right there, you know, showing he's more than just a shooter with plays like this.
Now Wright. Achua for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. Left side, Davis. Look at Davis go to work on the interior.
He's automatic at the rim with that size and wingspan.
Knicks trail by 15. Right outside. Outside Anunoby. Off target with the 3. So it's the Mavericks now. Dinwiddie outside. Davis. It's hauled in by Robinson. Right with the ball. Outside Anunoby. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Right outside. Nice D from Thompson. Dallas leading by 15. Pass to Davis. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. New York making a switch here.
Checking in for the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns.
Outside Davis. Here's the pick. That's tipped. And stolen by Brunson. On the break. And there's a 3-second violation.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
When you look at all the turnovers, boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Here's Davis. Misses the layup. Knicks trails by 15. Outside Anunoby. Bridges outside. Pass to Achua. From deep. Shot clock at 6. And the Knicks miss again. Thompson with it. The 3 is up. The 3. Davis from long range. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Kicks it out to Anunoby. To stop the drought. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Outside for Davis. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Mavericks.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Davis.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Here's Christie. Pass to Washington. Outside Davis. Now here's Thompson. Let's go with a 3. Achua with a rebound. And we've got 28 seconds left in the game. Back to Towns. Anunoby for 3. Nails it from 3. 12 seconds left in the fourth. There's Davis with the 3. Off target with the shot. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kent.